Ngā mihi anō kia koutou katoa I tēnei pō. Nau mai hoki mai ki tēnei hōtaka oro te kau mā wari. Yes, oro te kau mā wari. Ko Beck tēnei mai e tamaki makaurau ki Aotearoa, New Zealand. It is my Live 68 tonight, and like we always say, what do we talk about? He maha ngā kōrero o TVC. Ai, he tēnā maha. Titiro koe ki roto I te blog, kei kora ngā kaupapa katoa mō tātou ngā kai whakapāho ki te pāho atu ki te ao. So there are many things, that we can talk about, we can broadcast about in Te Kapa Piriona, in the billion in TBC coin, right? But there is urgency in how we broadcast at times, because we need to get, that message out. We need to be the karere of the world. And our job is to, like we always say, spread the word or show all the new members, ngā mema hou, and introduce them to the fundamentals of Te Kapa Piriona. And so first thing off the block is, where are we? Okay, first thing off the block tonight is, I need to share this first. I've got to keep reminding myself to share things, not to be greedy and keep it to myself. But the first thing tonight is talking about, looking at what's new in the blog first, for starters. Come on, share my screen. Having a moment here with Google.
Yeah, I think you won't.
Well, I'm going to go out and cancel that for me because it's taking too long to load. Now, let's cancel that. Because Google is not responding. So, if I can go out of that, we'll see if it responds. Just bear with me. Just trying to get rid of what's on.
$68.
Yeah. Well, I'm back now to try again. something went wrong with my Google. So we'll share the screen again and see what happens. Yay, it's working. Present to everyone. Must have had a timeout. Okay. Now, here's what's hitting the blog at the moment. Central banks are about to be destroyed. Countries will back their currencies without gold. But how will this affect you? That's interesting. Now, you can watch this video whenever you want, but there's a little note at the bottom here saying 2019 will be the end of central banking as we know it. This will force countries all around the world to back their currencies with gold instead of fiat Federal Reserve notes like USD, US dollars. So how will this affect you? Will this end corruption? Come on. If you think this will end corruption, I've got a bridge I'd like to sell you, because if you will believe that, you'd buy anything. The whole financial system is rigged, and the inequality is at an all-time high. See the very first blog on this, blog post on this blog. I remember seeing this is one of the first blogs here, which is this one here, which is on the blog list. Yeah, it is. Right here. April the 2nd, 2016. Now, we'll go on down here, and then I'll come back up to that. Scarcity is artificial. Come live a life of abundance. Now, this was a video done regarding the world in 2016 and the share of global wealth. So, I have listened to that. Quite interesting. The 1% own 99% of all the wealth in the world. The 1% have 99% of all the money in the world. Sounds about right. That means the 99% of the world population have to somehow survive on 1% of all the money shared between them. That's crazy. When we flip to a global gold standard, will this make it better for you? Do you think it will be easier to get loans from banks when the money is backed by gold? I don't think so. I think this will cement the current inequality into the global economy, and because most of you don't even have 1 ounce of gold, you will be locked out of the opportunity to climb the socio-economic ladder. Now think about that. Moving to a gold standard alone will not end the corruption. It will not end inequality, and it will not end poverty. The current financial system is completely rigged against the people, and no authority on earth has promised to change that. In fact, it is about to become even more difficult for the people. Wake up. Now, common sense. Have you noticed the whole world is rethinking the nature of medium of exchange? Now, I read this out about a week ago, and I read right back to when they were talking in TBC about, do we need an exchange, or why do we need an exchange? And that was back in 2016. So, what type of medium of exchange do you want? Medium exchange created by banks and controlled by government? Or medium of exchange of the people and managed by a trustworthy community of people? 2, designed to enslave humanity, or designed to free humanity? 3, thousands of years of proof that corruption takes over its use or inhibits corruption. 4, built on the principle of scarcity or built on the principle of abundance. 5, lacks transparency or very transparent. 6, source of perpetual poverty of the masses or will end global poverty. 7, enables rule by force or not used as a form to rule the people. 8, very expensive or very economical. 9, tendency towards slow-moving circulation or promotes fast-moving circulation. 10, systems are too complicated for average people to understand. System is so simple for average people to understand. So, I myself, I would choose this side of the equation. Of all the things that have been stated here, I would want this. And this is what we in TBC stand for. This side here. Not this side. That is probably what's happening now. Okay? Use some common sense, or should I say common sense. The power of a means to exchange a medium for goods and services need to be widespread and in the hands of the people. Financial systems should be in alignment with universal truths, like the truth about how abundant Earth really is. And technology should make it even easier to access that abundance and distribute it as needed to the people. TBC is leading the way of proclaiming that truth and providing a clear alternative to the system that has been used to enslave humanity. We have a wonderful gift to share. Let's do a better job of sharing this gift and reach our objective of having 1 billion members backing up the value of our TBC Kringle coins. Living men and women are the way more valuable than a pile of rocks, even if those rocks are solid gold. You are precious. Never forget that. So, that is interesting reading in the light of what has been said here. Now, let's go to the blog link here. What is this here? Scarcity is artificial. Come live a life of abundance. Have you ever suspected that the whole game of life is rigged? Your suspicions are correct. This video, the one I've just shown you, well, pointed out to you, this video may be short, but it says a whole lot. Here is what it said. 2016 is set to be a more unequal world than ever before. For the first time, the richest 1% of the population will enjoy a greater share of global wealth than the other 99%. Now, this statement comes from the people that bring you The Economist, a publisher that caters to the 1% elite of the world. If you're like most people, the content of this video makes you very upset, and not out of jealousy, but because this is so unfair. You're being ripped off, and not just in a financial sense. Your time, energy, and efforts have been exploited. It seems like the evil people that set up this whole system are not even satisfied with what they already have. Seems like they won't stop spreading artificial scarcity until they all possess your soul too. Alarming, isn't it? Unfortunately, most people have literally been brainwashed into believing that scarcity is normal and acceptable. But it's not. The most natural thing is abundance, and humanity is being robbed of all of their dreams and aspirations. Can you relate to that? If by now you have no idea what I'm talking about, then the elite have succeeded in your case in keeping you in the dark, completely unaware of what's really happening out there. This is the very first post here towards educating you, and I really don't want to spend a lot of time talking about the problem. I'd rather talk about the solution. The billion coin is an answer for the masses. It has been designed to be an easy and simple solution to lift the poor out of poverty in just a matter of a few short months. Now, you may not consider yourself to be poor right now, but let's face it, you're not a billionaire, right? Would you like to be a billionaire? Most would immediately say no to that question. And once again, that would be another example of the mind control and conditioning you are under. The truth is, you don't need a billion to be happy. But if you had a billion, you would have the power to also make a lot of others very happy, right? How can we return the world to a state of abundance and prosperity? We have to change everyone's minds. It's the only way. When everyone believes in abundance and prosperity for all, that's when it will happen. There are many info warriors out there doing the best they can to spread awareness, but not much has changed for the better. Motivating people to wake up is not an easy thing to do. Perhaps if there was $1 billion incentive to wake up to the good life, maybe that will work. Well, the billion coin begins that experiment. All you need potentially is just one TBC coin to someday become a billionaire, because that is the highest the price will ever go for this coin, based on the software formula driving the price of it. You're very fortunate if you found this when the TBC coin was only about a penny. No matter what you paid for your TBC coins, you're in a position to become very wealthy over time. Just owning these TBC coins is not enough to become wealthy. The truth is, education is required to become wealthy, and that is what the section of the website is dedicated to deliver. to you at no additional cost. But if you don't take the time needed to get this education, then you will be doomed to make the mistakes that come from being uneducated. Wealthy people are not lazy, but a lot of poor people are very lazy. So it's up to you. Do you truly want to be wealthy, or are you okay just the way you are? The choice is yours. So choose wisely. Is there a voice inside you that says you have a lot to offer? Does it say that you do have an unfulfilled purpose? Does it say that you better hurry? A wasted life is a shame. You do matter. Never let anyone steal your dreams from you. Ever. Live free, live good, and take charge of your own life and make it meaningful. I hope all of your dreams come true, and I hope the billion coin gives you the extra means to make it happen. So, let's just go here. What happens after all the steak is sold? Oh. The 10 Commandments of the New World Order. If you have not read this very first article here, you should read that article before reading this article so you understand why the billion coin was created in the first place. I was marked for death before I was even born, and so were you. What I mean is, there is a plan to kill 80% of the people on planet Earth so that the elite can rule over 500 million people that will remain. In order for them to achieve this horrific goal, they needed to control every aspect of everyone's life, from cradle to grave, and brainwash everyone into believing in the idea of scarcity. They created scarcity. That's why we call it artificial scarcity. Right now, most of you reading this article still act like you believe in scarcity. I want to encourage you to drop that belief and start believing in abundance and prosperity for all. Do you think abundance is tied to money? It is not. It is tied to the earth. The next time you take a plane and travel for at least 3 hours over land, get a window seat and watch the earth below you. What you will notice is that from almost any point on earth, 70% of your trip, you will see nothing but raw land, completely empty of human life. So the argument that there is to many of us is just not true. Even if there were 10 billion humans on the earth, it would still be mostly empty of human life. Every substance and element needed to sustain human life is abundant on the earth. This is a fact. They want you to believe that there is not enough food to feed everyone. Once again, this is not true. Study the facts and not the brainwashing propaganda. The elite know that if they can control your mind, then they can control you. They would debate that there is not enough raw materials on the earth to deliver a car or a computer or a cell phone to everyone that wants those things. Untrue. Hope you get the point by now. The billion coin was created to change people's minds. It's just a tool to change the minds of everyone to accept the fact that abundant living is sustainable, while artificial scarcity naturally burns itself out and is far from sustainable. Look at the current result. 1% of the world population in 2016 owns 99% of all the wealth on the earth in the form of money. That means that 99% of all the people have to share only 1% of all the money in the world. Do you really think that is sustainable? No way. Some of you keep asking for an exchange for the billion coin. The elite created the idea and system of exchanges to rob the people of their wealth. And that is why most people that use exchanges lose money and then blame it on the market. It is a giant shell game, and that is why it is so confusing for most people. Rob people through confusion. You would never guess that your loss is their gain. I'm sure there will be an exchange set up for the billion coin, but it must be customized to embrace our abundance-based currency with no losers. The billion coin is the most valuable asset on Earth right now. What else on Earth is increasing in value at a rate of 5% a day? Nothing else. Now, that was a long introduction to the question of what happens after all the stake is sold. But what I'm about to show you will shock you. And I just wanted you to understand that we need to make this happen because our lives depend on this working. They want us to kill. They want to kill us. But they can't kill an idea. Ideas spread. They go viral. Since most people act like abundance is tied to money, let's create a vast abundance of so much money that it will wake people up to the reality of how things really are and put away all of the foolishness that produces war, famine, and disease. In other words, the tools needed to kill most of us. The true power is on our side because we outnumber them 100 to 1. The billion coin is money, the people's money, made to lift up all of humanity, starting with you. As you can already see, the billion coin spreads fast and is destined to be used by at least 1 billion people with the mission to end poverty globally. Simply put, once all of the stake is sold out, we will then put your attention on mining the other half of the billion coin. 500 TBC coins are mined every 3 minutes and is halved every 3 years until all of the coins are mined. The final date they will all be mined is July 4th, 2029. Below are the dates and values of the TBC coins mined each day. These values are shocking. It won't be long until in just 1 day's worth of coins mined, there would be enough money to end poverty in just a single day. Think about that. Imagine a world free of poverty. We can do it. It will be a grassroots effort, and that is why it will work. Those that purchase stake will be given the opportunity first to be trained to mine. By the way, mining is mostly automatic. Set it up and leave it to work day and night. TBC mining can be done on any PC, so you don't have to buy any special equipment to mine TBC. The software is free, so stakeholders will get set up first. Then we will release all the code of TBC to the public for free, and everyone can mine. Mining secures the network. The more miners, the better. At some point, all of you will realize that you have too much wealth in TBC. You will learn to exchange TBC for food, clothing, homes and cars, and everything else you want. You won't be able to spend it fast enough. The value will keep on increasing until each TBC coin is worth €1 billion. Once you realize this, you will then want to secure your own future by doing your part to end poverty. As long as there is poverty, there will be war. If war spreads, your future may come to an abrupt end when you are dead. Understand? Think about it now. Don't wait until the value hits the crazy amounts. Plan ahead and don't be foolish. Okay. Now, that came out, and just want to check when this happened. Now, that was supposed to have been shown back in July 15, 2016. And, quite a hunk of it makes sense. Talking about the mining at the end, well, we haven't got there. I don't know if we're going there. But when you read from the top to that section, a lot of it makes sense on TBC. And this is why I'm sure you have taken on a TBC journey like the rest of us. So, it is my time to exit. And I enjoy going back and, linking up new broadcasts that come in out on the blog and going back to the original pieces that making the comparisons of what was here back then and what is actually happening now tells you what progress shows you actually what progress has been made in TBC today. And as far as I go, it's been huge. It's been one huge journey. And the years have just ticked over just like that. I mean, we will be 3 years come March 2019. 2 years have gone already. And, it seems like you've been in here like 10 years trying to get something. But when you think back and look back to your humble beginnings in TBC, your TBC journey, it hasn't been that long ago. So, for all you out there intending to make TBC the ultimate journey for you, I say go for it. Good luck. And don't forget, fast duplication. Encourage it. Encourage fast duplication. Because that's the way it's going to create massive growth in TBC. And that is what we want right now. Rapid growth. Because we want to reach that billionth person. Okay? So, that's me for another night, and I just want to acknowledge Mofo Money. Great to see you here, brother. And Brother Bill as well. And, of course, my moderator, Key. Now, having you guys here means a lot. Means a lot to your journey as well as mine. And I hope there are many others out there that will review these, the broadcast that we do. If they can't make it at night or make it during the day, whenever, at least they can go back and review the broadcast and learn more. Okay? So that's me. And it's only like 5 more days to Christmas. Well, it can't come soon enough and can't go quick enough either. But, yes. So have a good night, whatever's left of your day or night, and wherever you are in the world. Enjoy and be safe. Kia ora. Thank you and ka kite apopo.